Hey everybody, it's Ad the Red, and welcome back to Highway Blossoms where the last we left off. Well, Amber here re-embraced the miracle that is chocolate, specifically through the essence of chocolate milk provided by Marina over here. And now we're back on the road, so yeah. Sitting in her lap, she begins to rummage through the bin. Oh right, yeah, I'm looking for music. I'm pretty sure that she knows all of the music I have by now. We've listened to every tape at least once, and I have an okay feel for what she likes and what she doesn't. Sometimes she taps her fingers to the beat or hums along what she likes or listens to. And if she doesn't, she just flat ignores it. The one she settles on is an album of instrumental folk songs, very stereotypical Western sounding. It's a little high energy for just sitting in traffic, but that's alright. It's better than nothing. We just listen to the music, which I've cranked up loud while we wait. The album is nearly half over the time we finally make it to the parking gates. Or park gates. Beyond them, traffic mercifully lets up some. Not because there are fewer cars, there are more cars than rocks to be seen, but a lot of those are pulled off on the shoulder or cramped into parking lots. Nearly every inch of pavement that doesn't have a car on it has a person instead. Also, there are different trails and forks in the road, so not everyone is going in the same direction now. Being able to drive through without having to tap the brakes every couple of seconds is a relief. A pickup truck towing a trailer pulls off the shoulder ahead and back onto the road, so I take his spot. Putting it in park, I take a swig of stone cold coffee. Want to grab the pamphlets? We snatch a couple of brochures back at the diner. They don't have a whole lot of info, but they're a starting point. Marina retrieves them and spreads them out on the table like puzzle pieces. Alongside them is a journal. Its spine has lost all strength and the pages just flop around. The journal says that it's buried somewhere between two things. Right, but something out of the way. Peering out the windshield to the expanses beyond, there's a lot that can be considered out of the way. It'd have to be something memorable, or else he'd come back with no idea where to go. And anything memorable is probably going to be something popular, right? Exactly, yeah. She flips to some of the pamphlets. They all have the same information, the same landmarks, just with slightly different pictures. Wait. She was ready to toss one of them, but it catches my eye. Hand me that. Marina passes over the brochure, and I turn to one of the inner pages. It has only one picture and a longer paragraph of text. I read aloud. One of the most famous landmarks in all the park, Double Arch is a fan favorite, recognizable for its two elegant curves. Double Arch can be accessible via a short hike and is open to exploration. I help the flyer stitching to the picture. It's of two huge arches of stone, connected at one side but otherwise perpendicular from each other. She snatches out of my hands for a closer look, nearly cutting my fingers. Ugh. Oh my god! You think it's between these two? The two of these things? Whatever. That didn't make sense, right? You definitely remember how it looks, and it's kind of out of the way. The papers whiz past my face, and Marina hurls them backwards and she points forward. Full steam ahead! I throw the RV back into drive and pull out of the road again. There are signs everywhere for a double arch, so we don't need a map. So we don't need the map we got at the gate. We pass signs for the landmarks too, some with pretty weird names. There's the Parade of Elephants for one thing, which is the same direction as Ham Rock. There's even a phallic-sounding rock, something called the Organ. All those are down exits we don't take. Instead, we soon end up on the back of yet another traffic jam. Marina stares at the window as we creep along. Where we are right now is nearly indistinguishable from the highways we've spent so much time on. There are a few actual arches around, but none distinct enough to get real attention. Inch by inch, we advance on the road until we finally come to the parking lot for Double Arch. Only problem is, it's totally full. Not just busy, but packed. Every parking spot is taken, with a few cars jammed into empty space that's clearly not meant for that. Like lice, people swarm up and down the arch itself, visible even from the road. And at least this time it isn't off limits. It's like everyone else in the same idea. Doesn't sound so glum. I mean, I guess we'll take a look. If we can ever find somewhere to park. Yeah, that is a pretty big if. The entire caravan passes by the parking lot. There's at least a dozen cars behind me too. Maybe half a mile up road we come across in the lot. Over a bit of walking? Yeah. Better than nothing, really. If we could take one of the remaining spaces. There are a few openings here. Looks like most people weren't as willing to walk as Marina is. Some of the cars behind us pull in too. We got to leave the metal detector and other equipment in the RV for now. If we see anything that looks promising, we can come back and grab it. The walk back to Double Arch itself doesn't take long, and it's nice to be outdoors again. We have to stick to the very edge of the road to avoid the stream of cars flowing towards us. It seems there was more than a dozen behind us after all. There's a short hike from the Double Arch parking lot to the arch itself. It's an easy one, and we don't even break a sweat. Up close, it's obvious there aren't many people here just at the sights. Almost everyone is carrying a shovel or other tool. There's a pair of park rangers watching, but they don't seem to be intervening at all. They just slouch against the wooden fence looking defeated. What's the point? There's no fucking use. Just let them do it. Can you imagine how big of celebrities we'd be if anyone here knew we found the Shipwreck treasure? I whisper as quietly as I can to Marina. Oh, that makes sense. Alright, I was thinking about that earlier. I kind of want to show off, but that's probably not a good idea. No, they'd steal it. Like anyone would believe this anyway. But you don't want to have your face with the New York Times, one of the girls who found the treasure. But you don't want. Yeah, that's a question. You don't want to have your face with the New York Times, one of the girls who found the treasure. Didn't look at newspapers on my bucket list. Sure ain't big, Marina. And my friends from school would totally have a heart attack when they found out. But don't they always say to keep it a secret from the lottery? Yeah, those people will never leave you alone. They got all sorts of messages from people you used to know or long-lost relatives. Ugh, I have enough not lost relatives to deal with. Plus, I don't want to get kidnapped and held to ransom or something like that. That's the other big thing, yeah. What about you? No way. I'm going to quietly retreat to one of my 3 mansions when this is all over. Oh, you're only going to buy 3? Yeah, I gotta say the rest of my 14 new motorhomes after all. She giggles. Do I get to drive one of them? Why not? I bet you could buy your own, you know. No way. I'll just come bother you if anyone. We've gotten as close to the arch as we can. The mob of sweaty people is too thick for us to push our way through. Ugh. There are dozens of people sweeping over the dusted ground with metal detectors. Hanging back on the edge, Marina's smile fades away quickly. Yeah, this is a bit of a mess. People jostle and push her out of the way. It's hard to believe anyone is actually prospecting so much as they are just trying not to lose their spot. Maybe we should come back later. I don't know if it'll be any better later, but maybe. I guess, though if the treasure is here, I feel like someone would have found it by now. Just like back at Canyon to Chile. You know, this must have been going on for a few days now. Yeah. All the enthusiasm she had just a minute ago when we were joking about, she had just a moment ago when we were joking around has evaporated into the desert sun. A rock skips past my foot as she kicks to the dirt. I poke her and she yelps in surprise. Hey now, I'm not saying we give up, I'm just saying we regroup and strategize. We can get to the rest of the park in the meantime. Then you say you wanted to see this place for a while? Yeah, I guess. It's obvious that she's still bummed, but there's nothing I can do about that. Once we're back in the motorhome, we leave the busy main road ASAP and spend a while seeing the sights from our air-conditioned comfort. Definitely preferable. Marina's mood improved steadily throughout the day, counteracted only by our growing hunger. As we pull back into Moab, we're both ravenous. Want to just heat up our leftovers? Guessing to no. I'm not ready for pancakes again yet. I need a day, maybe a week. Let me know if you see somewhere you want me to stop. Now that it's approaching evening, there aren't any more massive traffic jams going through Moab. We can cruise through at a steady pace, just like when we first got into Arches. Until I slam on the brakes. You're kidding me. Marina have been slouching, but bolts up out of the sudden stop. What happened? Just a few feet ahead, in the parking lot of the diner we ate at this morning, is Mariah's motorhome. Look at that. It's them. I point and Marina leans forward. When she recognizes the RV, she grins. Should we go see them? What? No way! That's extra reason to avoid that place. Aw, but Amber, maybe we could see about teaming up for the treasure here or something. That'd never happen. Mariah would rather lose every time than have our help. Yeah. Besides, it's not like... Please. Already giving up in my head, I give Marina one last desperate look. Seriously? Yeah. Even if we don't team up, it'd be nice to see them again. I'm not sure if nice is the word I'd use. Despite my muttering, I flick on my blinker and change lanes, pulling into the parking lot yet again. Yeah. Okay. Like this morning, it seems pretty busy. I have to park next to Maria's RV because it's the only open spot large enough. Which is kind of ironic. Marina skips out towards the entrance while I trudge behind her. Doesn't take long to find the trio, which is now capitalized. Has it always been, or is it just now? Good question. Never really paid attention. Even amongst all the eccentric people that the Honda has drawn, their questionable fashion sense stands out. They have a large T1 in the back, bigger than the one Mariah and I ate at this morning. Joseph and Tess share a bench, while Mariah is spread it across the opposite side. Of course she is. It's probably supposed to look sultry, but it comes across like the bench is devouring her. When she sees them, Marina scurries to the back, hand raised in greeting. I bring up the rear, still slow. Hey guys! Tess and Joseph both wave, the latter smiling when he sees us. Mariah looks surprised for a second, then scowls and turns towards the wall. The feeling is mutual. Hey, imagine running into you two here. You just came to town? No, we've been here all day. Oh, her. We actually had breakfast at this place this morning. Yeah, you're always a couple steps behind us, I guess. Ooh. Play nice now. That's not going to happen. Mariah's glare is stonier than Double Arch itself, but of course she keeps looking at the wall instead of us. Which is surprising. I would kind of anticipate her lashing out. Joseph laughs, though. Here, let's break bread. He and Tess scoot down the booth, making some room, which Marina promptly fills. I'm left next to the smoldering fury that is Mariah. She moves her leg, just a little, but enough for me to sit down. Thanks. Sort of barging you guys like this. That's no problem. More the merrier. I hope you didn't expect us to cover your bill. Groaning, Joe pats his hands over Tess's ears. Could you at least try not to be a pain in the ass between the hours of 5 and 6 p.m. 5 p.m. and 6 in the morning? It made my life a lot easier. He uncovers Tess's ears and gives us a blank look. She's right, though. There's no way we can afford that. We had to dine and dash for breakfast. So what about you? How long have you been here? We got in around lunchtime. Spent forever and a half stuck in traffic, though. He sounds worn out. I wonder if Mariah ever lets him drive. Or makes him. Us too. We were going to look around Double Arch, but it was too busy. Yeah, we took one look at it and just kept driving. Didn't even want to try. Sister that anyone who bothered to get out was a You weren't supposed to hear that. I told you, this girl hears everything. Anyway, we were thinking about heading back this evening to see if maybe it's cleared out some. I'm good at that too. I was telling Amber that we should see if maybe you guys wanted to team up and we could work together. Hell no. There you go. Yeah. The two of us look at each other. Seems all that we ever agree on is not sticking together. No offense to you, Joe. Just didn't want to, you know. I trail off, trying to think of an excuse that didn't want to deal with Mariah, which is the truth. But Joseph just laughs and waves it off. Nah, I get what you mean. Don't think Mariah would be too fond of splitting the goods either. Marina frowns, but perks back up after just a second. Soon a waitress comes to take our orders. Marina and I are careful to order meals on the smaller side, just sandwiches with fries. On the other hand, Mariah's order comes with a bunch of requirements as to what can and can't be on it. Oh god, I hate those kinds of people. By the time she's made so many substitutions and extras, it hardly resembles the item described in the menu. So I can tell you ladies that it's not at the Parade of Elephants. And Delicate Arch was a no-go too. Think we might try Skyline next. Good luck, I guess. Wonder how many of those the miner would have known about, though. Pretty sure this park wasn't found till after the gold rush. Joseph shrugs. Ever noticed a lot of these places? She's like an encyclopedia. I can feel my face fuzz like always when she praises me. Not really, I just know bits and pieces. Still something to be proud of. Aren't too many girls your age who care about anything that happened more than 5 years ago. And it's really nothing special. I just spent a lot of time on the road when I was younger. That's so. I appreciate his leaving it as an open-ended question, rather than prying. Marina looks at me, eyes wide, probably to see if I'm going to cry or something. I try to be nonchalant. Oh, sounds like a time music going. Yeah, until I was in middle school, my grandpa used to drive me all over the country. Sounds like a fun time. It was. I guess there's no point in hiding it. Plus, Joseph has a kind of disarming air to him, like he exudes calmness. Passed away a little while ago. Still a little... I tap my throat, hoping it gets my point across. It does. Joseph nods. I'm sorry for your loss. Thanks. Marina's eyes flick between me and Joseph. She must be pretty worried, so I force a smile, even though I can feel that growing glumness shows up any time I talk about Gramps. Blech. Me and this dork has helped a lot, though. I jerk my chin towards Marina, who looks shocked, as if I could have been talking about anyone else. It's been a while moping around before that. Family is good. I blink. It's so easy to forget she's there. Yeah, she just kind of exists. Yeah, definitely. I hadn't really thought of it before, but Tess seems to be in a similar situation I was, growing up in the Going-All. I'm curious how it happened, but I won't ask. Not my place. And there's the music. I think I'm going to end the episode here. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.